Welcome to Chem 120, the first semester edition of General Chemistry. I'll be your instructor for the summer session for Chem 120. And my name is Dr. John A. Strong. I emphasize the A because there's actually two John Strongs here at NTRIP. And so if you're searching through any kind of online directory at NTRIP, be sure you're searching for John A. Strong because that's me. Anything else is probably the other guy. My office is located in room 151 of the C building, which is right across the hall from the labs, which is convenient. And my phone number is listed there, but that's not actually a good way to get in touch with me because the phone's kind of squirrely, and I'm not going to be in the office very much anyway. When I'm on campus, I'm pretty much going to be in the lab or in class, one or the other. Email is definitely the best way to get in touch with me. My email address is jo.strong@niagarcc.suny.edu. And again, if you have to search through my email on the NTRIP website, be sure you're looking for John A. Strong. This is a hybrid course. What a hybrid course combines features of in-person class with online classes. And the way it's going to be organized is that we are going to meet in person on campus on Mondays and Wednesdays from 9 a.m. to 11:15 a.m. for lecture, and then we'll meet in the afternoon class, but that's a different class, so we'll leave that for another time. And during class, we will have lectures and discussions, and possibly the exams will be, but the quizzes will actually be online. Online activities will be conducted through Blackboard, and there will be recorded lectures corresponding to Tuesday and Thursday classes. The recorded lectures Blackboard, or actually they'll be posted on YouTube with links in Blackboard. And they will be what's known as asynchronous. Since they're recorded, you have to watch them at any particular time, although you should make sure to watch the recorded lecture for a given day before coming to the next in-person class, just so that you're everything in sequence, in order. If you try to out of order, it gets really confusing. Also online, we will be doing our homework, which is through a program called Sapling. So if you've used Sapling before, it's the same as you remember it. It really hasn't changed recently. If you're not familiar with Sapling, is some introductory material for Sapling on Blackboard, and you can look at that to get your feed on how to use it before you have to do anything that's worth points. Also online, we will be doing quizzes through Sapling, and we may do exams or parts of exams through Sapling also. Okay, some of the things you're going to learn in class. This is just a highlights. You're going to learn a lot in this class. But some of the things we're going to learn will be the scientific method. What is it and how do we apply it? Obtain and manipulate and apply scientific data. The structure of atoms and how the structure of atoms is related to the reactivity of the elements, and how the structure of the atom is also responsible for the arrangement of the periodic table. We'll also learn how to assign names or chemical formulas to compounds and how to switch from one to the other. We'll investigate bonding. How do atoms come together to form molecules and compounds, and what kinds of properties do molecules and compounds have based on the types of bonding involved. We'll look at the use of stoichiometric relationships. It's a fancy word, but all it really means is the quantitative mathematical relationships between that are involved in a chemical reaction. So, for example, if you want to produce a certain amount of product, how much reactant do you have to put in? That's a stoichiometric relationship. We'll look at molecular geometry, which is the actual shapes of molecules in 3 dimensions. That has a lot to do with the reactivity of the molecules and also whether they're soluble in water or not. And so that's an important thing for us to look at. Also, we'll look at the mathematical equations that govern the behavior of gases. Some of the learning activities involved in the course will be, of course, reading. There will be some required readings from the textbook. And generally, the required reading is that you read ahead a questions before coming to an in-person class or before watching the online video for a given day. That way, you kind of know what to expect ahead of time, and that can really help you understand it better as we come to it in the lecture. There will be discussions. Those are mostly in the in-person classes, where I'll put a question up for discussion and we'll go over it. And also homework, that will be online through Sapling, as I said, and quizzes, which will also be online through Sapling, and tests, which, as I said, may be online or in person, or maybe a combination of the two. For course questions, as I mentioned before, email is definitely the best way to get in touch with me, except in person. You know, if you can't find me in person, then send me an email. I send my check my email today, and so that's it shouldn't be too long before I can get back to you. If there are questions that are a little more involved, or a little too involved, or a little too complicated to handle through email, we can always do a Zoom session, and I can actually write stuff down and show it to you in working something out. As for getting help, obviously, if you need help with the course content, I'm the instructor, so you'd want to come to me, either in person or through email or Zoom, as the case may be. There's also the Academic Center for Excellence, or ACE, which is located on the second floor of the library. They offer tutoring, coaching in various subjects. They will be open limited hours during summer, probably something like 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., Monday through Thursday anyway, maybe Friday. They offer tutoring in chemistry during the school year, but since I'm normally the chemistry tutor, I don't know if they'll have any chemistry tutoring over the summer because I'm much too busy teaching to be able to tutor there. But as I said, I'm the instructor for, so if you need help in chemistry, you can always come to me anyway. The ACE also is a nice quiet place where you can use the computer, you can get together with some friends for a study group, that kind of thing. So it's definitely worth checking out anyway. For technical questions, particularly those involving use of Blackboard, you can contact the online learning student support at the number listed there on the screen, or online learning at narrated2.suny.edu. There's also the Open SUNY Help Desk, where you can get in touch with them, and the advantage to that is that they are open evenings and weekends, whereas the online support here at NTRIP is usually only available during weekdays. So the next things you want to do would be first go to Blackboard and look under the Start Here. That has the introductory stuff for the course, like the syllabus and the schedule. We will be going over those in person on one of our meetings, but you should definitely look them over there. They're posted there for future reference also. Once you'd want to look at the SAP introduction materials so that you can be sure you know how to use that in case, before you have learning modules / content listing over at the left-hand side. That is where most of the stuff for the rest of the will be posted under learning modules / content. There is an academic thing that you have just to show that you know the rules and that cheating is not allowed and things like that. And there are icebreaker activities need to do. And then after that, the learning modules themselves will be where the course materials are actually posted. So welcome to Chem 120, and I'll be seeing you